Hello everyone, I'm Sir Kneighf, and man, I'm tired. It's 2:10 in the morning. I just got out of a really hot shower, and I was thinking in the shower about some close calls in my life that I've come close to dying. Don't know why I was thinking about that. It just popped in my head. I was originally thinking about shit for my book. Then all of a sudden, the little thought about my head is like, oh shit, you nearly died that time. And I don't know, I felt like making it into a vlog and stuff. I don't know if anyone's really interested in it or not, but yeah, so I guess you could start off with when I was born, actually. I don't know too much about this one. My mom told me some of the details and stuff. Basically, when I was born, there was some complication or something. I didn't come out crying, and that's when the doctor like checked me and realized I wasn't breathing. And he took me away from my parents' shit, went to a different room, and came back like 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, something like that. And I was crying, it was fine and shit. But apparently the doctor said it was close or something, so I think he was close to calling TOD. And after that, whatever they did, I'm assuming CPR or something like that, to help get my lungs and all started. I was jaundiced as hell after I started breathing. I mean, according to my mom, my skin, I was pasty white when I came out and shit, after I got cleaned and stuff, of course, but like, I was yellow, my eyes were a different color and shit, because jaundice turns you yellow, basically. I'm not sure the full shit of what jaundice is, but it basically turns your skin kind of yellow, and your eyes and all get turned yellow. Yeah, so that was that. Don't know if it really counts, or I don't really count it, because like, I don't remember any of it, and I don't know if that's normal for it to be close calls with babies or not. I don't know. The other 3 times I'm going to mention in this story, they all took place around, I think, I was 10 years old when one of them happened. I'm going to try to tell them in order. But they happened within like a 2 to 3 year span. But the first one started when I was 10 years old and I was in 5th grade. I had went to my grandparents' house. And my grandparents, they have these, they had like this land that they owned. It was this long ass like stretch of land and shit. And I remember just going down their long driveway and stuff. I went over there, started hanging out and stuff in my like 5th grade year. And I would go over there, and my grandpa owned a couple of 4-wheelers, or ATVs. And he started teaching me how to ride them, because I never rode one before. I never had a place to ride one. So we started off in just the driveway and stuff, just driving up and down, because it's pretty much just a straight, rocky driveway. I saw it's the only spot I was allowed to drive and stuff. And then after a couple weeks of driving like that, he took me to the backyard. Now, once you get through the driveway, they got this huge fenced-in area for their dogs and their swimming pool and shit, and their like workspace area, and then they own all this land in the back. There was trails and stuff. And we start going on the trails, and he's like, follow me, stay close and shit. I'm 10 years old. I've never been on ATV for that long before, so I'm staying close to him and shit. We're going through these trails and things. I think they were like hiking trails and biking trails they were used to before they bought the land and shit. And I remember this one little road. There's this big ass branch in the middle of the road, or it's a tree root. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't remember. I'm thinking it's a tree root. So I watch my grandpa, because I didn't know if, like, do I need to get off, move this tree branch out of the way or whatever. He goes over it. Clean. Nothing. No issue. So I follow. I go over the tree branch, or, like I said, tree root, I think. Perfectly fine. We do a couple more laps, and we're going through this different area. And now it's take 2 for the tree branch, or I keep saying tree branch, but I really think it was a tree root because of what happened. So take 2 for the tree root road. He goes over it just fine and goes off. I stopped for a second at the beginning of the road to clear my eyes, because we weren't wearing goggles and shit. If you're following someone on an ATV not wearing goggles, bad idea, because smoke and dirt gets thrown up in your face, especially if you're on dirt roads. So I clean my eyes out and I go. I wasn't going slow or anything. I just went normal speed like we did before. And I still, to this day, I don't know how this happened. I got thrown in the air from what I believe was the tree root. It got wedged underneath the 4-wheeler, which is why I believe it's a tree root, because if it was a branch, it probably wouldn't have got wedged, and it probably just got lifted up off the ground. But it's like something fought against me and lifted the 4-wheeler up. And again, I honestly have no idea how this happened. I got thrown about 15 feet into the air. No joke. I was scared shitless. And I didn't know, it was my first time being airborne ever in my life like that. And I had no idea, do I hold on to the 4-wheeler or do I let go? I let go. And the bad thing about letting go at that point, when you've never been in the air before, it's hard to control your body in the air, especially if you've never done it before. and I was already sideways because when I got thrown by the four-wheeler, it's like the right side came out from under it, so I'm like sideways, and it like shifted that way, and I let go, so I'm already kind of sideways. I ended up falling head first. Well, yeah, basically head first. Right before I hit the ground, my neck ends up turning, and I like land right on my neck. Could have easily snapped my neck. Didn't. No cracks, no fractures, no nothing. Just slam on that, and then about a second later, the four-wheeler slammed on its side and shit. And I get up and I walk off without a single scratch on me. Later, though, the real pain came because I could barely move my neck the next day, and I was in tears once I finally got to my grandparents' house. I go home and shit, and I'm like bedridden, I can't move this whole side, and it's even got to the point where it's like affecting my shoulder and stuff down here. Couldn't move anything. My mom read something online because basically the doctor was like, you just need to rest, is what it was, and we're trying to alleviate the pain because painkillers weren't working. And if you're thinking back, it was a really stupid idea. So I've got really, really sensitive skin. You could thump me and I'd bruise. I could like touch anything and I'd break out or anything bad. I have such stupidly sensitive skin. The slightest thing bothers me. So the idea was, there's something we read online that a lot of people use, is chili powder. Chili powder is supposed to help relieve like muscle pains and things like that. So what you do was you put chili powder into a pot of water and stuff and warm it up on a stove, and you take a rag and you soak the rag in it, and it absorbs all this chili powdered water. You take it out and you lay it gently on the spot that's hurt. Me having very sensitive skin absorbed the chili powder, and it felt like someone took a lighter to my whole shoulder. And I can actually say that because I've lit myself on fire and burned myself multiple times with lighters by accident. So yeah, it literally felt like someone took a lighter, just this whole area here was just all red and swollen and stuff. That was terrible. Let's see, which one's next? Oh right, the tree incident. So at my friend's house, they were not triplets, they were sisters, 3 sisters, young, middle, and then oldest. Used to go over there and hang out a lot. And I believe I was with the middle sister and the youngest sister, Kaylee and Sarah. We were climbing trees. They had, like, they lived on their grandparents', their grandfather's land and shit. And they had this little area in their yard, which was like 5 or 6, like 40-foot trees. And we would climb and shit in them and play around and stuff. So this was around the point where I got, because this was 6th grade, and I became a big dude 6th grade. I was like 6'1", 200 pounds in 6th grade. Maybe not 200 pounds, but I was close to it. And climb up in those leafy trees, and these aren't those trees that have them thick branches. Those are these leafy thin ones that, like, I can't even put my size 14 shoe on. So we get all the way to the top. We're hanging out and shit and talking. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but for some reason, I was going down. And I was in the tree with the middle sister, Kaylee. And I go to step down. I've been sitting out there for over half an hour or longer. We used to do this all the time. I step down, a branch snaps. I grab a branch, but as I was like grabbing, I kind of like hit my chin because I, fell straight down, and it made me let go because I went to kind of grab like that because the shit hurt. Falling down, the first thing I remember is almost landing on my feet, then like my feet kind of split away because I almost landed on another branch and the force was too much, and then I ended up getting hit in the nuts with that tree branch. So I kind of fell sideways down, and I'm falling. I'm getting hit in the head and the chest and things like that. My arms are all cut up, my face is bleeding, and about halfway down, I see this limb that I try to grab. And it's not a sturdy limb. It's one of those limbs that you could grab and you could stretch and you just pull and shake the whole tree and shit with. So I grab that with my right hand. And I start sliding, and I'm holding onto it with all my might, but it's just sliding through my hand. Cuts my right hand clean open, just right across it. And I'm sliding, falling, and I slam onto the ground. I let go of the tree limb that literally was on the ground with me. I let go, and it went all the way back to the top. It's all bloody. I'm bloody. I got holes in my clothes. The shorts are like ripped in half. I'm bleeding. And my left arm hurts really, really bad. I mean, worse than what my nuts and all just felt like. I look over. My left arm is all like cut up and shit. I look over. There's this old tree stump from where one of those trees broke down from what I believe is a storm because it wasn't an even cut. and it was these sharp, like little spikes and shit. So what happened was my arm had like landed across it and kind of slid, and so I ended up getting these cuts all over the top of it and stuff, and it hurt. And they got like dirt and wood chips, and that's why it was burning so bad, because there was wood chips in them. And I sat there and I looked at it and thinking about it, it was like right here underneath my arm. After so basically I hit the ground and kind of went across it, and it was close to my torso. It was so sharp. Had I fallen over about another inch or two, it would have gone like right through my torso. I think grabbing that tree limb, the halfway tree limb that stretched and shit, I honestly think that it pulled me over a few inches, because it was all the way to the right. And I mean, I stretched, I got long arms, so I just kind of grabbed it, and I believe as I was falling, I was being pulled towards its side, and I think that is what saved me. Or I just got really lucky, and just, it didn't move me at all, and I just, fell at the exact spot. All I know is that was a close call, and being impaled by that would have really hurt, and there's not much you can do in that situation, I don't think. You get impaled to the torso on like this left side there, because like, isn't our heart somewhere on the left side or something? So I mean, it would have been kind of a bad way to go. And then the next one, and the last one that I can think of, is same place. I'm in their storage building trying to get shit, because we were borrowing the storage building, and I'm standing on this chair. It's a computer chair, and it's an old ass chair and shit, but I gotta reach the stuff back there, and we can't really dig out all their shit because it's too much in the way. So like, my mom's holding the chair and shit, supporting, I have someone there with me, and I just stand on a computer chair, and it's locked in place. It's not even spinning. And I'm like, I grab this thing, and apparently I'm not thinking, I grab it, and that extra weight combined with my weight broke the chair I was standing on. And right in front of me is this cylinder pipe, I guess? It honestly, pictured the bottom of a chair, a little cylinder pipe. Just picture a fat one, and it's like got jagged and sharp edges and shit, like a makeshift shiv or a knife. And I realize this, and I'm being careful around it, and then I fall, and I use the ceiling and kind of shove myself back a little bit. And it actually, from like the bottom left of my stomach, all the way up past my nipple, up to my shoulder, right here, it actually just clean cut it right through there. It hurt so much to have that done. But just saying, like, had I not pushed myself and I had like stayed forward, if I had let the box go, if I had went with the box, it would have impaled the center mass. And then again, that's another situation. Like, you can't really do much, you get impaled like that. But yeah, those are my close calls that I've had in life. I've not had another one that I can think of. Unless getting electrocuted from a little, what is those, surge protector boxes. I got electrocuted. I was trying to grab a outlet out. I was tired, and I was like, we've got cramp shit here, so I was kind of like leaning over a TV and shit, and I grab it. Prongs were still connected, but it was lifted. My thumb went under it, and I pulled it out, and my whole right arm got electrocuted and shook, and I couldn't use my arm for a day. I don't think that counts near death, because I don't think those would produce enough electricity to kill someone. But that's another thing that's probably the most painful thing I've experienced. That was last year. But no more close calls after 6th or 7th grade. I think 7th grade is when I went to the storage building. Yeah, that's right around the time I've stopped going outside and doing shit. I stopped living life with friends, and I've come to the virtual world of PC and YouTube, because it's dangerous out in the real world, man. I don't want to have another close call, because the 5th one may be my last. Anyways, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thought down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next episode.